Welcome to DRB Tunnel Solutions training. In this video, we'll go over closing your XPT outside of normal business hours and setting and publishing a new kiosk flow. Let's take a look at how you close your XPT terminals outside of normal business hours. First, when you're in the Patheon portal, you will select the Sites menu. Select the site where you want to close your kiosks. You'll then go to the operating schedule. You'll notice that my XPTs are open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the week. And if we flip over to the XPT, you'll see that it is currently in service. If you change to closed and click Save, a signal will be sent down to your appliance to close your XPTs. And within a few seconds, the XPTs will go to closed. To open them back up, you can either force them open, which will keep them open all of the time, or go back to your schedule-based schedule and click Save. The XPT will now open. You're also able to set which kiosk flow your XPTs use. For example, you may want to disable the automatic questions of asking for upsells and the question to ask whether or not you want a receipt. In order to change the flow that your kiosk uses, you'll select Sites. You'll pick the site where you want to change the flow, and you'll go down to the Kiosk Management menu for that site. All of your XPTs for each lane will be listed on this screen. So for example, if you have 2 or 3 XPTs, you'll see 2 or 3 XPTs here, each with their own edit pencil. To change the flow that the kiosk uses, you'll click the edit pencil, and you'll select from a list of previously published flows. Here we're selecting the normal with no upsell or receipt option, and we're clicking Save. This flow will now get pushed down to the site and be the new flow that is in use for sales. There are 3 things that have to happen in order for the flow to be able to be used at an individual site. First, the flow has to be validated. What I mean by that is that when you edit the flow and you proceed on to the second page, each page has to have a check mark next to it. For example, if I uncheck the idle page and make it to where it is now a work in progress page instead of done, this flow can no longer be published. When I try to publish a flow, by selecting the option, clicking Edit on the sites where it is active, and then clicking Save, I get a warning that I cannot publish a workflow with incomplete screens. So step 1 of publishing a flow is making sure that it is validated. We'll go back and fix the idle page. We've now validated with check marks every page in our flow. We'll click Save. And now to publish, we click the name of the flow. We click the edit pencil on the list of sites. We select the site where that flow is active, and we click Save. The second step required for a flow to be selected at an individual site is that that site is selected on this screen. And the final step is that the flow needs to be published. To continue the publishing of the flow, you'll just click Save from the Activated Sites menu. We've now republished the flow. You can validate that by making sure that the last published date is today's date in Greenwich Mean Time, which for the Eastern Time Zone would be the current time plus 5 hours. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please reach out to our training team at training@drb.com.